Alright, you ready? I know nothing about this game, and I'm glad I've kept it that way until this moment because I think this will be an interesting experience. The only thing I know is that the Trash Taste Boys made Connor play it, and when I got to that part of the podcast, I decided to stop because visual novels are kind of outdated nowadays. There really aren't any big ones anymore. But then when I heard, like, the main premise of it, well, not the main premise, just the very fact that they were saying it was similar to Fear and Hunger, due to the fact that that was the previous topic on the podcast, I was a little intrigued because I like that type of I like that type of atmosphere. That's a good way to put it. And I mean, let's see how this goes. And one of my friends at work recommended it too, so funnily enough, like, that was coincidental. But either way, is this mouse? Yeah, this was annoying me for a second because I don't know what resolution to do. Because this is a 4x3 game, which is honestly whatever. Oh, another thing. Nitropolis? Nitroplus. Shh, I didn't pronounce that wrong. Nitroplus, I actually really love, Steins Gate, first of all. And I also hear that the author from Madoka made this, so... Or not made this, but wrote the story. Author? I don't know what to call it. Story writer? Because Madoka was never an original. It was an anime original, right? No idea. I like Madoka. I like Steins Gate. I'm playing this. Quite as simple. This is a thing that they mentioned right here that got me a little bit like, oh shit, this is interesting. And that's another reason why I'm not streaming this. Because I could play with like blur and dim grotesque CG and it's probably streamer friendly. But I'd rather do it without it and just censor it myself. I want my experience to be good. If you want your experience to be good, go buy the game. By the time I probably release this, though, this Steam sale should be over. But it's still like a $15 game. I got it for $7.50 because good deal. That's another reason I wanted to play it too. Oh, that's kind of loud. Yeah, let me lower my volume. I think that's good on your side. If I bring my mic closer, that should probably be good in that regard. Anyway, let's get into it. I have really no idea what to expect. All I heard is grotesque and romance. And I'm just like, oh, so like Mirai Nikki? That's what I said to my coworker. And he said, no, not like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's get to it. Stories are, the classic. Stories a work of fiction, blah, blah, blah. Disclaimers. Okay. Yep. Do not modify. Okay, let's look at the other ones though. Obscure focus. Oh. Obscure? Oh, obscure as in like, it obscures it, not that it's obscure. I can't really explain that in better words, but if you can figure that out, like, after thinking it through, then... lower brightness. Okay, in both. Okay, but no modification. I want a normal. I want the way it was intended. That's usually the way. Hold on. Let me lower the game volume just a little bit for you. If it's gonna do sounds like that, yeah, okay. Okay. You know, I was gonna be like reading out dialogue. I'm not too sure if I can. Three such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. Oh. Huh. Whoever's the sound designer, I don't know whether to love you or hate you. Oh. Ooh. By listening carefully, I am able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. Yeah, I wouldn't want them to be suspicious of me. However these creatures look, they are my friends apparently. I wish I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to awake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and now it will remain until the day I die. Huh. Are you sure you want to keep living like that? Judging by his tone, this one must be Koji, and the one next to him, squiddling more than the others, was probably Omi. Which means that the one next to me is Yo. Though I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features, I try my best to ignore the rotten stench of excrement that issues from her quivering flesh. I wonder how this looks in Japanese, and how they translated that. Huh. It's really hard to hear myself think over all this. Everything has changed, or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same. As if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. These monsters and I were a part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together, we even went skiing together every winter break. But these are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It would have been comforting, in comparison, to believe that I had been abducted by aliens, or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. But no, this is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised, the society that I was part of for 20 years, save that I, and I alone, can no longer see it that way. Man, I'm a little, taken back by this start to this. Let's just say, it's actually nice to see a protagonist similar to age to me. I mean, 20 years, I mean, that's 4 years off. There are some anime that go in, like, the college student perspective, and I do enjoy that. But I understand why they don't. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home. Huh. Huh. Anyway, I can tell that they were discussing whatever they were discussing is of no importance to me. I decided to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then, oh, hey, Fuminori, one of the flesh beasts says as it swivels its bloodshot eyes toward me. What do you think? About what? I try desperately to suppress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. We were talking about this year's ski trip. You're coming too, right? Slimy hole near the top of the creature writhes, nauseating as it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face, or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. I don't know. You have other plans? Not really. Oh, is her voice? Did I hear something? These are my closest companions. One of them had even wished to be more. How many nights have I spent crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends who no longer exist? In 3 months my tears ran dry, and now there was only loathing left in me, surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo. I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. Huh? Is that worse? Only this time I'll be locked away forever. No matter what, I won't let that happen. I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your injuries, right? I'm not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. I have a feeling... Okay, no. I'm already on the theory crafting. The world is fine. This is just how he sees it now. Like he has like maybe he hit his head. Something like that. Mental problems. But like a physical mental problem, not like a mental problem. Or maybe both. Or maybe... Yeah. We'll see. That's it. I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Hey, Fuminori! Spray of stringy slime from the cilia? Oh yeah, cilia. Around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach, and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. I barely suppress the impulse. I mustn't let on that something is wrong. However, they look to me. This is their world. I'm the outsider here. Like I said, today's my checkup. I gotta go. Struggling to put on a smile, I reached into my wallet, pulled out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here now. Watch it be a 1. It's like, guys, I'm here to help pay for food. Here's my 1. Later, I muttered hastily and flee the cafeteria. I'm not crazy. So there's two possibilities here. Oh, thank God that's out of my ears now. There's 2 possibilities here. 1, he's crazy. We got an unreliable narrator here. That, or the world's actually like this and he's the sane one. I'm inclined to believe he's crazy. But, you know, I don't know. Oh, family?
ねえねえ、今度のスキーだけどさ、今年はどっかスケートも遊べるところにしない？
So if it's in Japanese, I don't think I should read it because it's kind of weird to repeat it. So I won't read their dialogue. So if you're watching this without watching, well, if you're just listening, sad for you, unless you know Japanese. But either way, I'm just gonna read the main character's dialogue because I assume that he does not have a voice actor, but we'll see. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, considering he didn't before. Well, I'm still gonna read this in my head though. Tsukuba Yo frowns at the suggestion. Okay. Oh, these look pretty old for even college students. Eh, maybe it could just be an art style. Like he doesn't look like someone that's 20. Maybe I'm just getting old.
スケート？わざわざスキー場にまで行ってスケート？
勘弁してやってくれよ、つくば。こいつ今そっちにハマってんだ。
Oh, really? Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. Okay, they're together. Interesting. They're a good match for each other, Yo thinks. Sometimes it makes her jealous. Wait, okay. Okay.
なんせオミってさ、この前この年になって初めてスケートやったんだ。
Yeah.
何よ、スケートしたことなかったのがそんなに不思議？
20歳になって初体験ってのは興味そうそういないんじゃないかな。
Is it ice skating? Since they're going ski, or like roller skating? Probably ice skating, I'm guessing. That's true. Not many. Well, when was the first time I went ice skating? I was in high school, so I wasn't exactly young myself. I don't know.
子供の頃はなんとなく怖かったのよ。
It is true. They are terrifying even to this day. Like the first thing I do if I fall ice skating is just move my hands in like inward. I do not want those things near my hands. Ugh. I don't care if it like slices my leg up a bit because I don't think it would cut through, but it could just chop my finger off. Easy. And I value my fingers more than my legs, funnily enough. That's a different story. And also I could have gone when I was little, but never really had the opportunity. Oh, interesting.
いきなりやって滑れたの？おみちゃん、すごくない？
Yeah.
容量はスキーとそう変わるもんじゃないからな。重心を前に出して靴の前のヘリでコントロールする感覚とか。
Yeah, sadly I have pretty weak ankles, so I'm not good at it.
コージにそう言われたもんだからさ、騙されたと思ってやってみたわけよ。そうしたらもう楽しくって。
Yeah. So it was a date. Yo feels a stab of envy. Koji and Omi enjoy their time together as normal lovers do. It's certainly not something that should make her jealous. It's just that her luck in love has been bad. Yeah, it'd be like that.
私も見てみたいな。おみちゃんがスケートやるところ。
No, third wheel. Yo keeps her voice upbeat, trying to cover up her disquiet. She knows that it's wrong to envy her friends. She too would be spending time with the man she admires, if not for the terrible tragedy that befell him. Oh! His is true misfortune. Her bad luck doesn't begin to compare.
だからさ、ね、今度のスキー旅行、ついでにスケート旅行にしちゃえば2倍美味しく楽しいってわけよ。
Look at these normies doing outdoor activities. Cringe. Nah, I do enjoy some myself, but I don't know. I wouldn't do an only skiing trip. It depends.
でもさ、スケートはスケートリンクに行けばできるじゃない。
This is true.
わ
Yeah.
ざわざスキー場に行ってまでやる？
The ski resorts are for skiing. You can't really do that at a, like, is there any like man-made skiing places that are good? I'll add that are good. I don't know.
だから屋内じゃな
I've
く
never
て
skied,
さ、
so haha.
屋外スケート、凍った湖とかで滑れるところ。
That actually does sound kind of fun. Mostly because you have plenty of room, especially if it's a big lake. I know the lake near my place, you can do that in the winter. I might try that next winter because I've only been like through one winter here, and I was working too much during it. And we'll see.
そんな都合のいいとこあるかな。なんだかすっごく混んでそう。
Depends how big the lake is. Some lakes are pretty damn big. You can't really crowd a lake, whereas the indoor skating is always crowded. While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideways glance at the young man sitting next to her. At me? Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her, as silent and expressionless as a statue. Oh no, is this the same thing but a different perspective? Oh my god. So we're talking some severe mental illness here.
なあ、文則。
Yeah.
お前はどう思う？
Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way. Oh jeez. It's like he had a lobotomy. The cause of Yo's distress, Sakisaka Fuminori responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague mumbled question of his own.
いや、だからさ、今年の冬のスキーだよ。お前も行くよな。
Koji speaks gingerly as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude, The long acquaintance has forged a strong and honest friendship, but now...
わからない。
Fuminori responds bluntly, his downcast eyes and sullen demeanor making it clear that he has no desire to break his
何か
silence.
他の予定でもあるのか？
This is just the exact
い
same
や、
dialogue.
別に。
Even Koji Fuminori's best friend cannot communicate with him as before. What hope does Yo have of breaking through his shell? Scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the four bears them. Oh shit! Not only Fuminori. Wait, what happened?
なあ、別に運動するのが傷に触るとかそういうわけでもないんだろ？
どうだろうな。今日の診療で先生に聞いてみる。
As though the answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair.
おい、文則。
Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth, but that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction was beyond the pale.
だから今日も診療なんだ。もう時間だから。
Oh, I see. Fuminori snaps, making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Even as he tosses money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy.
それじゃあ。
Huh? Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria, almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining three lower their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen... Here's 100. Casually drops $100. Where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわね。
Omi says with a sigh, but Koji shakes his head reproachfully.
文則にはもう少し時間が
Well,
必要なの
considering
か？
from his perspective, I think I need to know more information about what the hell's going on.
だってもう3ヶ月よ。なんなのよあれ。付き合ってるこっちが変になりそうよ。
Mental illness.
俺だってわからない。わかるはずもないと思う。
Exactly. I wonder, could this be like I don't know. I don't want to make up things that it could be, but I'm liking this
お
concept
前だ
so
って
far.
想像つくか？
Oh,
あんなひどい形で家族全員を奪われて平気でいられるわけないよ。
yeah, and it mostly depends how. I mean, obviously losing your family can mess you up, but to this degree of what he's going through, it probably more to do with how he messed up or how he lost his family. Could have happened to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into a twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. For a while it had looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to normal life. Okay. Obviously tragic, but I think his mental problems is probably more of a brain injury than anything else. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think this is like a emotional scarring. I think this is a brain trauma that is altering his reality. Let's see how it goes.
見舞いに行った時なんて
He was worse when we went to see him in the hospital, remember? He was terrified of us, like he didn't know who we were. He even had to be tied to his bed. To the bed, he freaked out so bad. I wonder...
今は
I'm just glad he's made it this far. Huh.
それにしたって変よ咲坂くん。私たちのこと見る目つき、あれなんなの？まるでこっちが人間じゃないみたい。
よせ、オミ。
Koji says forcefully, probably less out of empathy for his friend than out of consideration for Yo. Oh yeah, Yo. Oh shit. Oh man. While Koji's kindness made her happy, Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said. He's the one who most deserves sympathy. I mean, so far. I agree, but we'll see. Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem, and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. Oh, wait. In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider than she would have had he treated her relationship casually. Apparently, the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. They've had plenty of fun at Yo and Fuminori's expenses. The truth of it, though, is that he still hasn't given her an answer. So, she asked him out after the accident. And okay. But why didn't I see, okay. So he just didn't want to upset the monster, I guess? After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later, and then she could only stare at his broken body. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, through the window of the ICU. Okay. So she did ask him out before the accident. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, I see why that he hasn't given her an answer yet. When he was finally released after 50 days that seemed an eternity, he was somehow different. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is coming and her feelings hang forgotten in the cold, lonely air. Okay. I don't want this episode to go on for too long, so I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, I like this so far. It has an interesting atmosphere. It's more psychological than anything, which is what I like about Japanese horror. So I'm definitely continuing this. Well, I'm actually going to continue right now, but you'll get to see in the next episode that might come in like a week or something. I don't know. I don't know when I'm releasing this. I don't schedule myself. I really should. Bye.